brunt of heavy rains, with a red alert being issued in at least a dozen of its districts. A city, Itarsi, in Madhya Pradesh is completely waterlogged owing to the torrential rains. The city is submerged in flood water. My colleague Govind joins me from Itarsi. My colleague Govind is joining us live in the broadcast. Govind, what is the situation on the ground as we speak?
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about the situation is seeming to be quite worst. You know that it's continuously raining in this area of Madhya Pradesh, Narmadapuram, where right now we are reporting from Itarsi town, which is called the railway junction, one of the biggest railway junction of central India. This is the city of that. And here you see behind me, this is the sewage and number of leaders during the election promised to construct a bridge there, but it's still not a bridge constructed. That is why consequences are there, and this area is entirely inundated in flood water. Number of local residents have to face the certain loss. You know that the flood water entered to the shops, houses, and here you can see those shopkeepers just trying to manage the situation there, and many are trying to vacate the water entered in the houses. And here the red alert has been announced by the meteorological department in one dozen district of Madhya Pradesh, and now the consequences are before us, and we are facing and feeling the situation here. What all the situation is there? We try to connect the local resident to talk about the situation, how this situation creates. आप ये बताइए ऐसी स्थिति कैसे पैदा हो जाती है? पहले भी कई बार बारिश हुई है, लेकिन इस बार तो आपका ये पूरा इलाका ही डूबा है कि लोगों को नुकसान हुआ है।
हाँ ना साहब, बहुत नुकसान हो रहा है जरूर। बारिश इतनी ज्यादा है। अच्छा, तो ये
नुकसान घरों में, दुकानों में पानी भरा
आ गया ना साहब। ने आया मुझे, देख मेरी दुकान है, इसमें 2 फीट पानी करीब भरा आ गया।
तो यहाँ बोला इस नाले पर पुल बनाएंगे। पुल
नहीं बना ना साहब, रोड बनने से और पानी रोकने लगा। अच्छा, पहले हम लोगों ने रोड उसकी मांग करी थी कि पुलिया ऊंची बनाई जाए, तो पुराने उस पुलिया बना दी, पानी और रोकने लगा।
So that is one of the reasons that how leaders promised to construct something else during the election, and here the promise was put forward during the election that the bridge, concrete bridge, will be constructed. But here is still the situation is quite worst, and a number of people now enjoying actually in this time, because the water level has got down. In morning it was higher to my neck, and it was not easy to get up to this place, but here now manageable to enter on this place. And here we are reporting and showing you that how this unprecedented rain damage to the local people and their property also. Many shopkeepers were complaining that they have lost a number of thousands lost due to this rain. And here the situation almost in a dozen districts of Madhya Pradesh right now.
Right. Govind, what is the forecast of the weather department for the next 2-3 days?
Yeah, weather department has already declared the red alert of heavy rain in a dozen districts of Madhya Pradesh right yesterday, and next 2 or 3 days is still the alert will be the same one. But here I want to again show you the picture that how the flood water is flowing in this area of Itarsi town of Madhya Pradesh, where people are just taking the life on stake, and they trying to cross over this sewage. But this is really dangerous, because now water level is managed. That's why they're just trying to dare to cross this sewage. But before 2 or 3 hours, it was a lot of inundated water here in this area. So if we talk about that, what all the situation there in Madhya Pradesh in next 2-3 days is still, it's alarming for more than a dozen districts like Narmadapuram, Ojjain, Sagar, and Sihor. So these are the cities which are still under the red alert, which has been announced by the meteorological department for next 2 or 3 days.
Right, Govind. Thank you for bringing us all those updates from the ground.